Hey, it's Haplin, and in this module, I'm going to show you how to set up the Ads Manager. So before we actually get into setting up an ad campaign, the first thing what we're going to have to do is set up or turn on the Ads Manager in the agency view. And there's a couple different ways to go about paying for it, reselling it, etc. So in agency view, you're going to want to start by clicking reselling. Once you're in reselling, scroll all the way to the bottom and we'll see Ad Manager reselling. There are 3 different options. They all get you the same thing. It's just different ways to pay for it. You can do $10 a month per location. You can do $97 a month for unlimited locations, or you can do $970 for the year for unlimited locations as well. So this is unlimited locations either way. This just gets you a 2-month discount if you pay for the year up front. If we're curious about what's going on here, we can click how does it work to get a little more info. Below here, we can set our price for when we want to resell this to a client or to a given sub-location, how much we want to charge per month. And then if we're on the standard plan, high level will deduct $10 and show us what our profit will be. If we're on any of the unlimited plans, then the high level price will be 0 since we already paid for the unlimited, and then we'll just keep all the profit. That said, if you want to give Ad Manager to a given sub account and have the sub account not have to pay for it, just have you pay the high level price and then just provide it to that sub account for free. You can do that onesie twosie by going to sub accounts, clicking on a given sub account, and then in the reselling tab for that sub account, we'll also have the Ads Manager, but in this case is a bad example. Let me go find another one. All right, here's a better example. So scroll to the bottom and we can see that our resell offer stuff is in here. This is the same as the other interface, but we also have this option to deploy Ad Manager directly. We just have to make sure and confirm that we agree that we're going to be charged that $10 a month and won't be passing that cost on to the client or to the sublocation in any way. We'll just be paying for it and providing it to the sublocation for free, but we can do this, click save, and then it will be applied. However you do it, you have a couple of different options, but once you do, you'll have the Ad Manager available in that sub account. Then you'll be able to dive into actually building ads, and that's what we'll do next. All right, so here I am in an example sub account. In order to see the Ads Manager, we want to go to Marketing, and then we'll go to Ad Manager. When you first land on Ad Manager, you'll be invited to connect an ads account from Meta. So it's a pretty simple wizard where you just click connect and then you log into Facebook and you'll be able to hook up a business page and an ads account. Once you do that, then the real fun begins. You get to build an ad campaign. You'll land on a page that looks like this. The one that I'm on now, obviously you won't have any ads running, I don't think, but you can click create campaign, start from scratch. There are also great templates that you can just pull from one of our white label content, the different creatives that we already have pre-built for you, or you can create your own. Once you do, you'll be taken into this whole interface that walks you through just 3 simple steps. You have the ad content, the budget and audience, and then a review and publish page. So really only 2 steps that you really have to worry about. The last step is just reviewing and clicking publish. I won't go over all of the details of every single step involved. It's pretty simple and straightforward. If you need more details or your hand held on this a little further, I highly recommend either clicking the help doc article I've linked below or skip ahead to the case study section. We have a whole case study on me running a live campaign, going through this whole setup process. You can see me set up a campaign and click the buttons alongside me. The most important things to cover here is that you'll choose between lead generation and website traffic. If you do website traffic, then the call to action will be to head out to another website, perhaps a funnel page that you also have built in high level, perhaps another website, etc. But most of us are probably going to want to do lead generation, which means we'll just be using a Meta form. Meta has its own lead forms that it will put into the call to action so that someone clicks learn more, apply now, whatever this button is, then it will have a little pop-up in the app. So whether Instagram or Facebook, they'll just be able to fill out the form right there, leave their contact info. You need to make sure you have a form built and selected. So click select a lead form and then create Facebook form, and it will walk you through the whole process there. Then you'll be able to select it. For special ad category, you'll just have to make sure you let Facebook know if your ads fall into any of these categories. Most won't, so just skip that unless it's applicable. Next is select placements. We'll want to keep this on auto unless we have a really good reason not to. When we go to manual, then we can define exactly where we want our ads to show. but auto will just kind of give us the best bang for our buck, and we'll have the system auto optimized basically. So unless you really know what you're doing or have a very specific use case that requires you to do manual, I recommend just leaving it on auto. Next, we get into the actual creative content of the ad. So primary text and then media type. We can upload media here, and once we do, it'll unlock a couple other options for us. Again, for more details on that, go check out the help doc article or go check out my case study. Once we have everything set up properly, we'll click next, and then we get to define the budget and the audience. This is great. Pretty straightforward, just however many dollars we want to spend a day for as long as the campaign is on, or we can define a start time and end time and the total amount we want to spend over that time period. Next, we'll define the audience. Where do we want to target these ads? If you have any kind of brick and mortar offer like the one in my case study, then certainly you'll want to dial in probably zip codes is usually the easiest way to think about this. And or you can do whatever you'd like. This is a great integration with locations. So if I just type in a area code here, I can just define this area code in the San Diego area, and now my ads will only show to people in that geographic region. After that, we can scroll down and dial in the audience based on interests and language and gender and age. This is the simplest way to target the audience, but you can also do more advanced things like a lookalike audience or a retargeting campaign. All right, once you've got all those parameters dialed, you can click next and you'll be able to review and then eventually publish your ad. Once you attempt to publish, your ad will be reviewed. All ads get reviewed by Meta, so you'll have to go through that process just to make sure you're not breaking any of their rules or doing anything illegal or anything crazy like that. So that's a bit of a process, so you'll want to make sure that you build in a couple of days of buffer. Just give yourself enough time to make sure that your ad gets approved. Once that happens, your ad manager will look something like this. Hopefully you came up with a better name than Untitled Campaign. You can do that in the top of the Ads Builder UI. There are a couple cool ad manager tricks that we'll get into in future modules, such as like pixeling and some of the ads reporting and statistics stuff. But for now, as long as you know how to turn the ad manager on, connect your ad account into the ad manager in a sublocation, and build your first ad campaign, you have everything that you need for now. Go ahead and move on to the next module.
Copy, please.